Amidst the peaceful countryside, the disabled father points to the kettle that has long sat idle. The young daughter brings her toolbox, carefully taking out a soldering iron, the weapon that will rekindle hope for the broken machine. Her graceful hands begin to touch the cold circuits, searching for a fragile spark of life inside. One by one, the screws are removed, and the metal casing opens up, exposing the slumbering heart of the electric kettle. With a nod and a confident smile, she knows she can heal this wound. Meanwhile, the back of her father, patiently caring for the ducklings, paints a picture of rural tranquility. She gently takes the kettle from her father's hands, as if receiving an unspoken, loving request. The golden feathered ducklings waddle around looking for food, innocent amidst the gentle rhythm of the small family's life. In the distance, the silhouette of a farmer, hunched over the lush green cornfields, evokes a sense of eternal diligence. Her unhurried steps cross the dirt yard, carrying the determination to restore the familiar item. Despite bearing the flaws of fate, the father's gentle smile always shines as bright as the morning. Dawn, holding the broken kettle in her hand, she walks briskly along the trail, preparing for a short journey. The path is surrounded by lush green foliage, as if comforting the simple souls of the poor countryside. She approaches the motorbike, her companion, loyal on every road of making a living. Packing everything carefully, she turns the key, ready to go find the materials needed for the repair work. The engine noise tears through the quiet space as she starts the bike and rolls out of the gate. The rugged dirt road passes beneath the wheels, flanked by banana trees stretching out to catch the wind. The small figure is barely visible amidst the lush green trail, pressing forward relentlessly. At home, the father uses his disabled limbs to skillfully brew a pot of tea, an extraordinary effort in silence. He takes a sip of bitter tea, savoring the taste of peace after hours of hard labor. Returning to the familiar green toolbox, the girl sets to work dissecting the silent electric kettle. Her focused eyes scan every detail at the bottom of the kettle, trying to decode the cause of its silence. She flips the metal object back and forth like a doctor diagnosing the illness of her inanimate patient. Holding the plastic base and the severed power cord, she has found the severed blood vessel that needs reconnecting. The lid of the toolbox opens, revealing a world of tools ready to assist her skillful hands. The screwdriver turns, breaking the final defense to enter the broken machine. Each rusty screw is removed, freeing the plastic cover that hides the secrets underneath. She lifts the shield, revealing a matrix of copper rings and tangled wires. Her nimble fingers detach the heating base as carefully as diffusing a ticking time bomb. The central copper ring appears where electric currents once flowed, now shrouded in darkness. A shattered component is plucked out with tweezers, the very culprit behind the malfunction. The plastic casing is stripped away, exposing fragile copper wires tarnished by time. Sharp pliers cleanly cut off the excess wires, clearing the way for a new connection. The cold plier blades bite through the insulation, revealing the sparkling metal core inside. In the middle of the gravel yard, the small girl immerses herself in the work, forgetting everything around her. She drops the lemon yellow electrical wire, drawing power from inside the house as a foundation for the revival. Her hands rummage through the toolbox, searching for the next puzzle piece for this tricky problem. Amidst the scattered tools, she finds what she needs. Her eyes shine with determination. A thin strand of solder is drawn out. It will transform into the glue that binds the broken hopes together. The soldering iron's plug is connected. The energy begins to flow, awakening the latent heat. While the digital numbers dance, the temperature gradually rises, signaling that the moment of repair has arrived. A thin wisp of smoke rises as the solder melts, clinging tightly to the dry copper core. Each joint is meticulously soldered, like how one patiently mends a torn shirt. Her eyes are highly focused. She does not allow any mistakes to happen on this lifeline. Unplugging the cord, she sets the soldering iron down, completing the first stage of the surgery. Holding the black plastic base, she begins to explore further into the hidden, untouched corners. The screwdriver dances in skillful circles again, removing the remaining protective parts. Twisting with force, the stubborn screws must surrender to her persistence. Taking off the cover, the mess of wires inside the base is revealed, tangled and severed. The sharp scissors make a neat cut, peeling off the protective black rubber casing. 2 blue and red veins appear. They are the bridge carrying electricity into the machine. She carefully trims the wire ends, removing the core sections blackened by the short circuit. Stripping away the insulating plastic, the brand new copper strands, bright and shiny, seem to bring new hope. Her fingers twist and braid tightly the fine copper strands, turning the delicate threads into a unified, solid block. Both wire ends have been thoroughly cleaned, waiting for the moment to beat as one. She measures the length by eye, calculating with her sharp gaze to ensure a perfect fit. The excess parts are mercilessly cut off, making way for compactness and safety. Continuing to strip the remaining wire, every movement exudes the proficiency of a skilled mechanic. Braiding the wire ends tightly together, she is rebuilding the guiding bridge for the blocked electrical current. The sparkling brass joints tightly intertwine, promising a durable and inseparable connection. Turning back to the blue toolbox, she reaches out to find the final piece to seal in the life force. The roll of tape appears. It will transform into a suit of armor, shielding the fiery electric currents. She tears off a piece of tape gently, but decisively wraps it around the fragile copper core. The tough plastic tightly seals the metal wound, locking away any risk of electrical leakage. Quickly moving to the second wire, she repeats the meticulous bandaging process. Each loop of black tape tightens, restoring absolute safety. To the family's water boiling machine, stroking the newly finished joint, she is satisfied with the sturdiness of the new protective armor. Finally, she presses the 2 wires together, bundling them tightly into a neat, unified block. Snipping off the excess tape with scissors, the scar on the power cord has been completely healed. She turns and lifts the metal body of the kettle, preparing for its physical rebirth. A soft cloth is taken out. She carefully wipes away the dust of neglect. Under her caring hands, the stainless steel shell gradually regains its shine, reflecting the light of a new day. Meticulously wiping the bottom, she wants to ensure every contact point is flawless and pristine. Using a small brush, she sweeps away the tiny, stubborn sand particles stuck deep inside the crevices. The plastic cover is placed into its proper position. She starts turning the first screws to secure it. With each decisive turn, the kettle's bottom cover closes, hiding the secret of the revival within. Tapping lightly on the bottom of the kettle, a solid feeling transmits through her hand. The body is now complete. Now it is time to take care of the base, the crucial foundation that transmits heat to the entire machine. The brush bristles weave through every crevice, sweeping away the remnants of its broken past. The dust flies away, leaving a clean, jet black plastic surface ready to receive new energy. Flipping the base upside down, she doesn't miss a single nook or cranny. Her meticulousness shows her love for the object. Gently placing the metal contact ring back into its central position, the heart of the kettle's base is beating again, and the newly healed electrical wire is now neatly tucked into its familiar groove. Pressing the 2 plastic pieces tightly together, the screwdriver resumes its final task. Her small hands press firmly on the screwdriver handle, tightening each screw to ensure there are no gaps left. The base is now a solid, sturdy, and safe unit, fully enclosing the internal wiring. Taking a tiny screw, she prepares to seal the final step of her work. The magnetic tip holds the screw, turning it skillfully to conclude the arduous assembly process. Gently brushing off the last bit of dust, the kettle now shines with the beauty of being whole again, as if it had never been broken. She slowly coils the extension cord, putting away the power source that has fulfilled its mission. The trusty screwdriver is neatly put back, waiting for the next repair challenge. The toolbox lid snaps shut with a sharp, dry clack, but filled with the joy of completion. Carrying the reborn kettle and the magical toolbox, the girl stands up, ready to bring the good news home. Life outside continues to flow. The silhouette of a farmer glides across the field, amidst the rustling of the rice plants. The decisive moment arrives as she places the kettle on its base. Her finger nervously presses the red switch, the LED light illuminates, and the bubbling sound of water breaks the silence. The machine has truly come back to life. Smiling with satisfaction, she turns her motorbike around, carrying the sweet fruit of her labor back to the familiar courtyard. At home, her father, with extraordinary resilience, is still busy tidying up and taking care of daily chores. Using his feet in place of his missing hands, he expertly pours food to feed the small flock of poultry. Fresh water flows from the plastic jug, adding a lively touch to the rural scene. The wheels roll smoothly over the green grass as the girl rushes to bring the warmth of her care back to her father. Breaking in front of the porch, a strangely peaceful feeling envelops the small space. She hands the kettle back to her father. His smile is a priceless reward for her quiet efforts.